Welcome, welcome. We are live, I believe, and hopefully you guys can hear me, see me. Everything seems okay this week. My service provider is actually talking to YouTube, so hopefully we don't get cut off. So hopefully you guys are having a good Monday. Let me just get my chat box up so I can see if you guys are saying anything. Blah, 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 blah. Comments, comments, comments. Where are you? There we go. Charlie, well done. I'm seeing you getting a lot of love in Discord at the moment. So well done to you. Congratulations on passing that test. I need to sort these windows out. Hold on, let me get rid of that. Shorten that up. And bring this down so I can see everything. Right, yes, Charlie, congratulations, well done. I knew you could do it after the little conversation we had yesterday, so well done to you. Let me know, because I don't know what you're doing next. Are you looking for driving lessons, driving test, both? Let me know in the chat what your next steps are. Laura, welcome. Naomi, welcome. Jedora, hopefully I'm saying that right. I'm always butchering people's names. So welcome. I'm blessed when I see your videos. I will do exam next month. I hope to pass next month, as in September. If that's the case, you've got plenty of time to study. If you haven't already, join Discord. Guys are helping each other out. Showing, like I said, Charlie's a lot of love. I think Lisa's got hers on Thursday coming up. There's a lot of people passing. There's a comment I want to make about you guys in Discord, not just Discord, on YouTube comments and the emails you're sending me about asking what questions come up. I want to give you a backdrop on that a little bit later. Look at this monitor. Ali, passed my mod 1 for half of my bike license, got mod 2 training for this week and got mod 2 next week. Congratulations on passing the mod 1 and you're doing a bike test. You got mod 2. Good luck with that. Let me know how you get on with the mod 2 bike test. Charlie's living the life at the moment. Congratulations again. I'm so proud and pleased for you because you have put a lot of work and effort in, to be fair, and made quite a contribution in Discord as well. So I appreciate that. Had test today, failed 41 out of 50. Oh, that's a shame. As I always say, go with the categories that you got the questions wrong in. That will give you a head start. Revise those categories and then go back to starting to do mock tests again. But you need to go back to the categories on that, because technically you got 9 questions wrong. And I can guarantee you, if you got 9 questions wrong, you got more than 5 categories wrong as well. So you need to go back to the categories with that. Again, if you haven't already joined Discord, and if you join Discord, you can take a picture of the the categories you got wrong, pull it up in the section of failed, and I can give you a direct advice based on you and what I see from the categories. But outside of that, because I can't see what categories you got, just go back to basics. But if you put it in Discord in the failed bit, then I can actually send out a message to you directly and tell you what your next steps are for training. Hi Ian, welcome. Lynn, welcome back. Nice to see you guys. Portia, welcome. Yes, it's live, Chris. It's live, it's live, it's live. Emily, welcome. How are you? I've got good news. I passed my... Well done to you, Sandy. Well done. What scores did you get? And again, in the chat, let me know what your next steps are. Driving lessons or driving test? Yeah, Charlie, we've already talked. As I said to you last night, the thanks is you guys watching the videos, commenting and subscribing, and the biggest thank is what you just done today by passing, because that means a hell of a lot that the videos are actually working, and it's worth me doing it when you guys are actually passing. So you thanked me more than enough. Charlie, sending out some love to you, Sandy. Naomi, I don't know, I'm new to your channel. I'm actually preparing with you. Okay. When have you got a date? Or you're saying you're preparing? So when are you got to be prepared for? When by? And again, if you haven't joined Discord, join there. You're going to get a lot more help than you do on the lives and the videos that come out on Thursdays. Hello, hello, and welcome. It's good to see you back, Frank. I'm feeling better, I'm feeling stronger. Yeah, because I'm resting more. I'm not getting much done, but I'm resting more. But yeah, thank you. Watch your videos one day before my exam. It helped so much. I scored 49 out of 50. Well done to you. Was it worth it? Was it worth it watching the videos? It must be, because you got 49 out of 50. Well done. Let me know what your next steps are. Again, driving lessons or driving test. Looking at driving lessons first, I think I'm considering doing an intense 1 week. Right. I do intensive courses, and I'm going to be totally honest with you. If you got, I don't know what driving experience you've got. If you've got no driving experience, I would not be doing intensive courses unless you're using it to get a head start. If you want to use an intensive course to be ready for a driving test, my advice is go into a driving test. Sorry, go into a intensive course with some lessons behind you, because driving intensive course is not for everybody. It's a lot of information coming thick and fast. And if you're not a practical person, or you are scared of driving, for example, the people I've actually got this week, she's not a bad driver to be fair, but she is terrified of driving. And that's what I'm working on this week with her, as a mindset. Driving wise, she's not too bad at all, but she's terrified of driving and worried about everything else other than what she's doing, considering she's doing it really well. Yeah, so intensive courses is not for everybody. I would recommend do some driving lessons. Make sure you like driving first of all, and then go from there. Assas, welcome back. Nice to see you. Emmanuel, hello. Hyan, hopefully I'm saying that right. Welcome. Welcome. Maria, welcome. Got quite a few new faces here. Hello, welcome. Ian's asking you a question, Charlie. How did you go about passing? I'm just starting. Is there a lesson? I'll leave Charlie to answer that in the comments. Sandy, 40 out of 50, 60 out of 75. Really high scores. Well done. Luton Council, my area. I have passed my theory last week, Wednesday, after a number of times. Well done to you. Thanks for letting me know, Eunice. Is Discord for practical? No, Discord is for theory. Simple as that. Not just for the theory training, like 50 questions, for the driving side as well. The driving side will grow over time. There's not a lot of driving stuff in there, but you can go in there, ask questions about the driving. I'll answer that. And I will get around to doing the theory side of driving, as in left turns, right turns, roundabouts, that type of thing as well. So as it grows, I will be doing actually training in there for driving lessons, as well as the theory side of it. Ian, Charlie's answering your question, so look into the chat. You get an answer there. Can I also tell new drivers that I helped to buy first car? Sorry for advertising here. Well, look, that's what I'm trying to create, as a community. You guys help each other. So, yep, you advertise away. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody, I've had a few questions about buying first time cars as well. So Chris Automotive Deals is in there. And Chris, if you're not in Discord, join that and help some of those guys out in terms of first cars and all the rest of it. Minister Joan, good day, Dorian. I passed my test 40 out of 50. I saw your comments on YouTube, Minister Joan. I just literally haven't got time to get around to responding to the YouTube comments. There's so many of them. I will get around eventually, but not just yet. But yeah, I knew you passed, so well done. Ashlam Pat, hopefully I'm saying that right. Good evening. I have international license. What are the procedures to get UK license. The first thing you need to do, all right, I'm not going to answer that just yet. Let me just start. I'll come back to that, Ashlim, sorry. I'll come back to that and answer that. 47 out of 50. Well done for passing. Thank you very much for your help. You are the best, Professor Ferry. God bless you. Thank you, Abby. Well done for passing. And again, let me know what your next step is, whether it's going to be driving lessons or looking to book a driving test. Minister Joan, Charlie's showing you some love. I am working, so I can only study when I get home or on the weekends. I would like to take my mock test in September. The only way you can take your test in September is know what time you can put in. You've already worked out that you can only study when you get home. How tired are you going to be when you get home? That's something you need to be aware of. It's when you study, this for everyone, by the way, when you study, you want quality studying. If you're going to study tired, you're not going to take the information, you're not going to absorb the information. So you've got to ask yourself if it's going to be quality after you get in from work and obviously at the weekends. So once you know what your schedule is, then you can start to think about when to book your test. Or the other way around it is book it and then work towards it. If you don't feel that you're going to be ready for it, push it back. As long as you do it within the 3 working days, you won't lose your fee. But you work out your own schedule because everyone's different. Hello. There you go. Charlie's a prime example of that. The last few days, to be honest, last few weeks, he's been putting his comments, putting his results in there, and he's got his result from today. And he's encouraging other people in there to pass their tests as well. That's what it's about. It's about helping each other. As I said before on previous videos, the Discord community is about you guys. You're on the same journey. So go in there, talk to each other. You're not alone when you're doing this. You're all going through the same emotions, the same blips. When you feel down, you all feel the same way. So you can talk to each other, encouraging each other. I am in there helping out as well. Brandon's in there doing his bit as well. So I've got to thank him for that. One of my moderators in there. Samantha, hi, just came back to say thanks for all your help. I passed my theory test with 48 and 62. Well done, Samantha, for passing, and thank you for coming back. Letting me know, the community know now. Let me know if you are going to take driving lessons or looking to book a driving test because you've got the experience already. Hi, good email. Not understanding that bit. This, good to see you now. See you online now. And welcome. Again, if you guys got any questions, put it in the chat. I will get around to answer. I'm just saying hello to you guys. Lynn passed theory test thanks to your videos and hours of studying. We remain here to keep studying. Yes, Lynn, if you haven't joined, I think you are in Discord. Yeah, if you guys pass, don't jump out. Share your experiences to encourage and motivate others to keep passing as well. Don't jump ship. And also, like I said, I will be doing training in there for the driving side of it as well as we grow. Again, Charlie's showing you some love, Lynn. And Minister Jones showing it back. Right, what I'm going to do, otherwise I can talk to you guys all day long. So let me just check this. Ian, I'm using the DVLA official app. I think I just stick to reading the highway code and then later on trying the mock test. If that works for you, Ian, that's fine. But the only thing I will say about the highway code, as I said before, the highway code is for every road user. Whether you cycle, horse ride, walk in the country, it's for every single road user. Where the apps, you're using the DVSA one that you said, that's fine. Or the driving test that says it's laser focused for the theory side of it, where the highway code is focused for every road user. So you may read stuff that's not necessary. But if you're a book reader, it's going to work out for you. If you're not a book reader, it can be boring and mundane. So You got to work out what's best for you. But my advice to all you guys, I would just do the app, stay laser focused. The highway code you can read once you pass while you're taking your driving lessons to reinforce your road knowledge for horses, cyclists, and pedestrians. Refer learners here, you have amazing skills and helping many, even drivers who pass should learn safety here. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. I really appreciate it. Right, let me do a quick overview of the theory test because I never assume that you guys know how the theory test works. So it's multiple choices, 50 questions on the day, and you have 57 minutes to get 43 questions out of 50 right. I think I mentioned it's multiple choice. You've got your A, B, C's, and D's. Once you've done that, you go onto the hazard perception. It's 14 videos. 13 of the videos are single hazards, score a maximum of 5. One of them's got a double, 2 5s. You need to average at least a 3 on every clip. If your average is below 3, you are going to fail. It's just fact. So you need to average more than 3 on every clip. Ideally, get a 7 or 8 minimum on your double, and that will bring up your average just in case you score a couple of 2s and 1s down the line. There's no tricks. The theory test is just worded badly. So sometimes when you read the question, it sounds like a trick question, but there's no tricks whatsoever. It's just worded badly. So fully understand it when you are doing it. And you are looking for the safety option. They're always looking for the safety option. The theory test or the DVSA theory test is black and white. It's either safe or it isn't. You need a safe option. If it doesn't lead to a safe option, it's going to lead to a controlled outcome, which is normally your first aid and motorway questions are normally a safe outcome with that. And the most important thing on the theory test, don't overthink it. Don't make it personal. Like I said, it's just literally black and white. If they gave you information A, B, C, that's the information you got to deal with. Do not start adding stuff in to the question or take stuff out of the question. But the most important thing, do not to make it personal. Once you make it personal, you're now looking for an answer that's related to you. It's got to be a generic answer. So no matter what part of the country you're taking the test, it's going to be the same answer across the board. And that is it in terms of the theory side of it. So I just want to make a quick note here. Again, on the comments on the videos that I'm seeing on YouTube, some of the emails I'm receiving and some of the questions in Discord, some of you guys are asking, the ones who have passed, and asking me what questions came up, what common questions came up. Now, if you're doing that, you're going to study that way, you are going to fail the theory test. And I'm going to tell you why. And I'll give you an example of this. Every theory test is different. So let me just see how much of you are online. There's 61 of you watching at the moment. If it was possible for all 61 of you to take the test right now at a test center, all 61 of you getting different questions. It's not the same question for everybody in the room. It's random. They just take 50 questions out of the 700 that they've got database. So if someone can actually do the test and can tell you exactly what questions that came up on their test, you are going to get different questions. So it's not worth knowing what questions came up. It's not worth knowing what common questions came up or the common questions. No one knows. I've been doing this for years. I've never seen the real questions. No one has. And the reason for that is so no one can go out and say, well, this question I got, this question I got, because that's exactly what you're going to do is study the questions they got. When you go in, there's going to be a different question. And I'll give you an example. Last week, I had a pupil, so it's not this week's pupil, last week, I won't mention the name, came in Monday. On Monday, on the teaching, I do documents and legal stuff. Once I do that, they do a 50-question mock test, and then they get a one-to-one with me. They flag any questions they're not sure of. They bring it to me, and then we go through the flagged ones, and then we go through the wrong answer. When she came into my office and she handed me the iPad, the first thing she said to me, my road signs are my weakest topic. When we went through that question on that particular day, she was 100% correct. It was road signs. She got 5 wrong. She passed it, got 44, but literally got 5 road signs wrong. What she wanted to work on that week was road signs. And I obviously said, no, we're not doing that. We're going to work on everything that we need to work on. On the classroom, I work on their strengths, I work on their weaknesses, and anything in between we bring up to scratch. She took a test Friday morning. It was 8 o'clock in the morning. So when she came back for the driving side of it, just after 10, she passed it. She got 49 out of 50. She said to me she got two road sign questions. She got 2 road sign questions. She passed the 2 road sign questions. The category she got wrong, I think it was vulnerable road users. Now, if I let her train all week doing road signs, she would have wasted her time because she only got 2 roadside questions. No one knows what questions you're going to get. It's 14 categories, that's fact. All they're going to do is take questions out of the 14 categories to make up the 50. So someone may get 5 motorway questions, someone gets 2 road signs. Someone may get 5 road signs, someone gets 2 motorway questions. I repeat, it's not worth studying the question that comes up for somebody else. What you want to do is study the categories, understand all the categories, understand all the questions, understand all the answers. Regardless of what question is thrown up, you're gonna pass anyway. I repeat, do not go around asking for questions what came up, because even if you did know, it makes no difference. You have to know the other 49 or whatever it is. So that's my advice to you guys. Like I said, if I allowed her to do just road signs, she probably would have neglected other categories, but she passed it anyway. And that's my point. But that's just me just saying that. I give advice, you guys either take it on board or not. But my advice is definitely stop asking about what questions came up, because that's their test. It won't be the test that you're going to get. And if you have taken a test before, when you go and take another one, sorry, if you're taking it and failed it and take another one, it's going to be 50 different questions. That's why I always say go back to the category, because you're still going to get some questions from that particular category. And obviously, if you don't know the category because it's weak, you're going to fail it again. And that's the reason why I always say start with the ones you failed on, build the knowledge up to strength, and then you can go back to doing your 50 question mock test and get an all-round skill. How can I sign up for the intensive driving courses with you? My driving courses are fully booked, and plus what I do off of YouTube doesn't add up to there. My driving school is totally different from this. The two worlds will never meet. I do mock tests for anyone who lives near Luton and Hertfordshire if I'm free to do that, but I don't do mock tests for the YouTube stuff because it's totally different. Hi Amanda, hope you're well. Mr. Jones, blessing Charlie. Oh, thanks, driving for UK. I thought in intensive courses you do your test at the end of the week. Didn't realise. Appreciate the advice. Before COVID, what we did before COVID, yes, it was literally finish the course on a Friday if you was ready for a driving test, and you kicked out the door on a Friday after you passed the theory test, and I'll probably see you Tuesday or Wednesday the following week for your driving test while it's all fresh. COVID has changed that. We can't get test dates straight after the course is finished. So it can, at this precise moment where I'm covering my branch, which is Luton, and I'm covering another branch, which is North London, and the waiting time is 2 to 3 months at this point in time. So you finish the course, you're going to have to wait 2 to 3 months. That's the way it normally works now because of COVID. And that's everywhere with intensive courses, because the dates are difficult to get. So once the course finishes, you're going to have to still keep your training up to make sure the standard stays the same. But the days of getting a test at the end of it are long gone, to be fair. Can do intensive practical course with yourself. Eunice, as I mentioned earlier on, what I do offer YouTube, my driving school is nothing to do with YouTube. This is all done on my own. Driving school is totally different. And as I said, my courses are fully booked up. And at the moment, I'm actually doing 2 branches, North London and Luton, until I get another manager in to cover North London at this point in time. Right, let me just quickly go through this. Teresa, I passed last week on second try. Thanks for all you do. God bless you. Well done, Teresa. Well done for passing. Congratulations. Thanks for letting me know. Charlie and Ian's having their own conversation. Want to be honest, all of them generally they're superb. Join Discord. Happy to be tagged if you've got questions too. There you go. I had 2-time fail my exam. I had book again by 1st September again. Okay. Hopefully that's going well for you. I don't have been sharing your links with my colleagues and family. I'm looking to secure a practical test date soonest and passed my theory last month. I'm leaving Coventry. Right, to book a practical test, that's a driving test. My advice to anyone who's looking to book a practical test, it's Monday morning, 6 a.m. I would get on there about 10 to 5 to 6 a.m. Monday morning, that's when they release the dates. That's what we done this morning. And we actually got a few dates. It's later on in the year. I think it was November, December, and we got a couple for January next year. But because we got the dates, we will try to move it or swap it. That's the advantage of having a test date. You can move them or swap them, but you need to get a date first. So for anyone who's looking for a quick test date, jump online Monday mornings, every Monday morning, about 10 to 6, 5 to 6. Make sure you got your driver's license ready, your theory test certificate ready, and payment for the test to hand. You've got 15 minutes to complete the application, and that's how you get the dates. It may take you 2 or 3 Mondays because obviously everybody's doing it, but the dates are released on Mondays at 6 a.m. and that's your best bet. I've just joined the journey so far for giving me belief on passing my theory test. Welcome and well done for joining the journey. And the aim of the journey is to get you past the theory and obviously get your driver's license. Join Discord, ask questions, be part of the community. Charlie's saying, again, sharing his experience, failed twice. And that's the other thing you guys got to remember as well. When you take a theory test, it's only going to go 2 ways. And the driving test, you're going to pass it or fail it. You fail it, it's going to make you stronger, better, wiser, because you've got a baseline. So even if you've got 40 out of 50, you know what your baseline is, go from there. And if you pass it, you move forwards. Don't be afraid to take the test, but make sure when you take it, you're ready to take it. Don't just take it for the sake of it. That makes no sense. I've driven on UK motorways for three-week-long trips. I've been driving since 2013. I hold an Indian driver's license. How can I sign up for intensive practical driving sessions with you? Again, everyone's asking about driving sessions with me. Even if I did it for YouTube, trust me, I'm fully booked up. I'm taking driving tests. Like I said, we booked driving tests for next year. That's how far ahead I'm booked. I think it was the 18th, 19th of January and the 25th of Jan. I'm literally booked up. And like I said, YouTube and what I do are 2 different things, literally 2 different things. But there's other intensive driving schools out there. I'm not the only one. And plus, like I said, my branch, my personal branch that I run and grow is in Luton. At the moment, I cover North London. Some of you guys are saying Coventry, I think in Nottingham. I don't do Coventry and Nottingham. I'm assuming that's the conversation you guys are having. Beacons, common signs, etc. I'm scared though, congrats. I'm scared though, congrats on Pastor Day, Charlie J. How was the centre and question? See, there we go, asking the question. Ian, there's nothing to be scared of. It's only going to go 1 of 2 ways. Anyone taking a test, by the way, you're always going to be nervous. That's fact. Driving test and theory test, that's fact. There's nothing wrong with that. And trust me, my people today who had a driving lesson, had the driving test, she was nervous. When my pupils are nervous, I know it's a good thing. Nerves is a good thing. It keeps you focused. When my pupil says to me they're not nervous either for the theory test or for the driving test, it worries me because it's either they're overconfident or they kind of don't care about what's going to happen. Nerves is a good thing. You just need to know how to control the nerves. So you're always going to be scared because you're coming out your comfort zone. There's nothing wrong with that. Just be positive, go in there, take it, pass it, done. And we move on. That's how it goes. So Ian, don't be scared. Well done, sign up for passing your theory test. Again, let me know what your next step was. See, there you go. Charlie was nervous last night. We had a little conversation on there and Charlie was nervous last night. And look what he went and did. Right, let me start this mock test, otherwise we're going to be here all day. I can go. I can still go through your comments, so keep bringing them in. Right, before we do that, I just want to answer one quick question because it's not fair for me to keep Ajlim waiting. Right, I got international license. What's the procedure to get a UK license? First and foremost, if you got an international license, my advice is to jump on the dvsa.gov website and see if you can exchange it for a UK license. Because we're not in the EU anymore, that's going to be slightly difficult, but there's no harm in checking. That's the first step. So go onto their website, see if you can exchange your international license for a UK license, because some countries you can do that. Because we're out of the EU, that makes it slightly more difficult. If you can't exchange it, all you got to do, same website, .gov.uk, go on there, provisional license, fill in the details, pay for it, and get your license. That will come through the post. Or otherwise go to the post office, go to the one that does check and send, and they can fill it in, check it there and then, and send it off on your behalf. But that's your best bet. You got an international license, just in case you didn't know, you can drive for a year in the UK on an international license as well. So you can get used to the UK roads while you're doing your driving lessons as well. So hopefully that helps you. But let's do this mock test. Screen share. Right, so those of you that are new, the way this works, we read the question and then we click on the answer that you think is correct. So read the question first. So the question on this one, we just do this. What's likely to happen if you put too much oil in your engine? That's the question. A, oil seals will leak. B, the clutch pedal will lock. C, the timing belt will slip. D, the air intake will become blocked. So A, B, C, or D. So just type that in the chat and then we'll see what the answer is and then I'll explain it in more detail. Let me go right to the bottom of this. 6 TUS. Congratulations on part 49 out of 50. Well done to you. It's a high score, well done. Again, let me know if you're going to take driving lessons or book a driving test live. Welcome, welcome. Oh, wow. Passed a driving test with just 2 faults. It was my first time. Thanks. Where did you take your driving test? Let me know which test center. Well done for passing, though. Congrats. Congratulations on passing. You only passed your theory test the other week as well, didn't you? Sharon, I've got my theory soon. When is your theory? Have you got any questions you are struggling on? Let me know in the chat. I can answer it to you. I have my theory in 3 days and hazard perception is something I really struggle with. Any tips? Yes, there's a video on the channel. Watch the video. It goes deep dive into how you should click, when you should click, how many times you should click. Watch that video. If you join Discord, the link is in Discord as well. I'll put it in there for someone else, I believe. If not, I'll do it again. I'll put it in a resource section. But yeah, go on the channel. There's a deep dive. It's a picture of me holding a mouse. So I'll do that, and that will help you out massively. Right, let's go for the answers. A, let's make this slightly bigger. A. Most of you are going for A, 100%. A, 6 has spelled it out. Right, yeah, it's just a weird way that, oops, bring that back down. Yeah, it's going to leak. It's like a water bottle. If you put too much water in a bottle, it's going to leak out. That's all that is. So it is A. Which plates may appear with this road sign? My advice is always read the question. There's an image. Look at the image first, and then go to the answer. Because sometimes there's some golden nuggets in the image. So it's going to be either A, humps for half a mile, B, hump bridge, C, low bridge, D, soft verge. Let me just see. Jay showing you some love, Charlie. So later that you pass, I'm crossing my fingers for Thursday. Oh, you got your test Thursday, Jay. Good luck with that. Let me know if you got any issues. I will try and solve it for you while we are live. Sharon, Lynn's asking Sharon what dates. Hi, Dorian. Thanks for advice. I'll wait for a bit as I have some experience in driving, but not in the UK. It's completely different to my country, Namibia. Yeah, I've taught a lot of people from African countries. As much as you've got driving experience, it's not what the examiner's looking for. My advice is get a driving instructor and they can iron out any bad habits. And that's all they should do, by the way. They shouldn't change your driving style, just change the habits that the examiner won't accept. A manual is 3 months for the 3 months or more for the practical test, not for the theory test. I know some theory test centers are 2 months, 3 months. I'm not understanding why that is, but for the driving test, yeah, it's about 3 to 6 months is what you're looking for. Rama, I'm studying now for the theory test. I need help. Typing I need help makes no sense to me. You need to tell me what you need help with. And then I'm able to help you. Again, join Discord. You're going to get more help than you will on the live. Right, let's see what you guys have put for this. Right. 2B. I've got an A. Difference of opinion. I've got A. Hump bridge. AAA. Right, most of you have gone for A, but someone went for B. Let me just find it again. 2B. Laura's gone for 2B. There's two B's. Right, what's B? Hump bridge. Right, it's not hump bridge. It's humps in the road. The way that you tell a hump bridge, a little tip for you, a hump bridge will have a white bit in the middle. So literally right here, there'll be a white bit, which suggests you can go under as well as over. Because it's solid, it's only humps. It means you can only go over. So it's a hump bridge. So it's A. You're waiting at a level crossing. What must, legal, you do if a train passes but the lights keep flashing? Carry on waiting, park and investigate, edge over the stop line and look for trains, phone the signal operator. Prince, I don't want to pass my manual driving test with 3 minor faults. Always refer anyone prepping for their theory test here. Thank you. Prince, well done for passing 3 minors. That's a good drive. Again, let me know which centre you took your test at. Which driving test centre that you took your test at. Umar, Doran passed my theory test last week in the first time. Thank you very much. 46 out of 50 and hazard 55 out of 75. Umar, well done for passing. Thank you for letting me know. And again, let me know if you're taking driving lessons or going to be taking a driving test. I always want to know what your next steps are. Oh, here we go. Look. Live. Thank you so much, Dorian. I'm so happy and relieved. Yes, took my theory 7 weeks ago and passed first time. Thank you. You are brilliant and I appreciate that. 7 weeks, passed the theory test and 7 weeks later, he's now a fully qualified driver. Live, let me know in the chat, did you have driving experience while you were doing the theory test or did you take driving lessons while you was taking the theory test? Let me know, or did you start afterwards and do a crash course or something? All right, let's see what you guys have put. A. Daniel, I've seen your message. I'll bring that up in a minute. A. Most of you have gone for A's. Good afternoon, Denise. I've seen your message. Good afternoon. Abby's gone for A. Most of you have gone for A's. And it is, yeah, carry on waiting. Trains normally go in pairs, right to left, left to right. So the barrier stayed down. There's another one on its way. Just got to be patient. You're about to overtake a cyclist. Why should you leave them as much room as you would give to a car? The cyclist may be unsettled if you pass too near them. The cyclist might get off their bicycle. The cyclist might speed up. The cyclist might have to make a left turn. There are lots of mights in these. Yeah, again, just put it in the chat. Explain more about motorway studs. Imran, there's a video on the channel that gives a brief explanation, about 2 minutes long. And again, if you join Discord, I put that in there this morning myself. The link into that video is in Discord, and you'll understand fully about studs. Well done, Daniel, for passing your theory test. Thanks for letting me know. 40 out of 50, 58 out of 75. Yeah, you... I can't remember if it was you that had your test at 8 o'clock or something like that, just after the live. But well done for passing it. Thanks for letting me know. Again, let me know what your next step is. Driving lessons or driving tests. Garrett's Green tests, Birmingham. Garrett's Green tests into Birmingham. Busy area. Well done, Prince, for passing. Right, what are you guys going for? Right, I'm seeing A's. Most of the answers have been A so far, hasn't they? What? Cass A. Aaron R. That's new. Welcome. A. So most of you have gone for A's. I don't see no difference of opinion here. Right, it's all A's. Yeah, cyclists may be unsettled if you go too close. Always give them space, just in case they swerve around drains and potholes. Which is the most vulnerable road user? Most vulnerable. Lorry driver, tractor driver, car driver, motorcyclist. Going to take driving lessons. Right, so you're going to do driving lessons. You are amazing teacher. Thank you for your comments. I appreciate that. Yeah, let me know how the driving lessons are going. It's nice to keep track of you guys until the end. Once you pass here, let me know how your driving lessons are going. If you need any help with your driving lessons, let me know. Again, like I said, join Discord. I will be doing lessons in that. Yeah, there is an issue for some reason with the Discord links. When I pull it up, it expires after 7 days, but they're on different videos. When this live is finished, there will be a new link. So if you can't get the link to work on previous videos, for some reason it's expiring, which it shouldn't do, the new link will be in this one. And if it does expire, it's after 7 days. So make sure you click on this before 7 days is up. But yeah, there is an issue. I'm aware of that, and I'm trying to get that solved. It shouldn't expire. Right, most of you are going for D's. Put it on there. D. J's gone for D. 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 Right, again, I don't see any difference of opinion on this. Oh, I've got an A. Let's put that up there. A. D. And Lynn's gone for D. Right, let's look at A, lorry driver. Right, the questions, which is the most vulnerable road user? The safest out of all of them is lorry driver. You go to battle with a lorry, you're going to lose out as a car driver. It's going to be motorcyclists, because obviously they're exposed. So it's a motorcyclist is the most vulnerable one. Where would you find these flashing red lights? They're talking about the whole sign. As much as they said red lights, they're talking about the whole sign. Where would you find it? Level crossing, zebra crossing, pelican crossing, motorway exits. I started driving at 18, stopped for almost 20 years. Wow, that's a massive gap. Started practice being qualified driver, started practice 7 lessons 7 weeks ago. And the friends majority of lessons with around 6 months. 7 weeks kind of friends majority of lessons with around 6 months. Yeah, so obviously you was taking lessons while you were studying for the theory test. That's what I would recommend to anyone. If you can afford to do driving lessons while you're studying for the theory test, that's what I'd recommend. For the simple fact is the theory reinforces the driving, driving reinforces the theory. And just like life did, once you pass that theory, you're good to go for a driving test, literally 7 weeks. And now, like I said, he's a driver. But for those of you are taking theory test first and then going to do driving lessons from scratch, no driving experience, you're now looking at 6 to 8 months to be ready for a driving test based on 2 hours every single week. And that's if you're an average learner. So you've got to take that into consideration. So if you're talking 6 to 8 months after you pass the theory test, let's split the difference, 3 months waiting time for a driving test, that's a year gone at your theory test certificate, and that's if you pass first time. Right. Most of you have gone for A's. Again, I don't see a difference of opinion. Hello, Cressa. How are you? Saw you in Discord. Hopefully you got my message on that as well. But welcome to the live. It's nice to see you. Right, yes, level crossing. You can see it at other places, but for the theory test, they normally refer to it at level crossings. You can find them at fire stations, airports. But yeah, definitely level crossings is the common one for the theory test. What should you do when you see these horse riders in front? So what should you do? Always look at the image, take in information, and what should you do? Slow down and be ready to stop. Switch on your hazard warning lights. Give a right turn signal. Pull out into the middle of the road. Yes, like I said, there's a problem with the links. For some reason, the links are expiring, even though I'll sell it to not expire. But on every video that's released from now on in, there'll be a new link on there. So like I said, when this live is finished and YouTube do what they've got to do in terms of processing it, there will be a new link. And if it does expire, it's going to take 7 days for that to happen. So click on the link. There should be one in the description now. I'm sure I'll put one in there. Yeah, I know, Charlie, but I've done that so many times. Every time I go in there, I sell it to not expire. But it keeps telling me it expires after 7 days. For some reason, it does say it will not expire, but some reason when it goes onto the descriptions, it expires. And I have contacted Discord about it, and I've spoken to someone higher up who knows about Discord, and they don't know why that's happening either. So it is being looked into. But like I said, there'll be a new link on every video, every live. So if you want to join, just click on that. Or better still, go to discord.com, I think it is, and type in Driving Theory UK and find the server by name. Yeah, it does make sense to do both at the same time. But I know everyone can't afford to do it straight away. But if it's possible to do theory training and driving lessons, even if it's with friends and family like you did, do it. Trust me, it's going to help you so much and be more confident in the theory side because you're using it. You're using that knowledge as you're driving around. And not to mention, when you pass the theory, you can go and book a driving test because you're so much further down the road. All right, let's see what you guys are going for. What number are we on? 7. I've got A. Again, most of you are going for A's. Josephine's creeping through the back door. Hello, Josephine. Hopefully you're all right. Hello, welcome. Right, again, most of you gone for A's, and I don't see a difference of opinion on this. Right, so yeah, the answer is A, slow down. The reason why you're slowing down is to kill the noise of the engines and not to spook the horses. That's the reason why you slow down first. You need to top up your battery with distilled water. What level should you fill it to? Top of the battery, halfway up the battery, just below the cell plate, just above the cell plate. Philip, well done to you. Passed last Wednesday, thank you. Well done for passing. Thank you again for coming back and letting me know. I really appreciate that. Let me know in the chat. Are you looking to take driving lessons, or are you going to look to book a driving test? Accelerator or carriageway? I'm not understanding the first part. Accelerator or carriageway and anger studs. I'm assuming you mean the studs on the motorway. Again, there's a video on the channel. It explains more. And again, I put the link in there myself today on Discord. It's in there to explain all of that. Right. I'm glad you're well, Josephine. I'm glad you are well. How's the studying going? Right, most of you, again, gone for these. I've got what number of an 8? 8D. So this has got to be C. Right, so that's going against the flow. Right, most of you gone for these. Right, so let me see that difference of opinion again. Where are you? C. What was C? Just below the cell plate. Right, the answer is just above the cell plate to keep it charged, not just below. So you want it just above the cell plate to keep it charged. So it's going to be D. What does this sign mean again? Look at the image and then go from there. Telephone box ahead, T junction, no through road, toilet ahead. Oh, amber studs. I've got anger studs. Right. Again, it's on the channel. Explains in more detail. Again, it's only like a 2-minute, 30-second video. And if you join Discord, it's in there. The link's in there as well. First time on lives, I have failed 3 times, but I have been practicing regular since. I feel ready to take another one. How do you know you're ready? Are you taking tests? Are you taking mock tests? If the answer is yes, you're taking mock tests. What scores are you getting? That's how you really know if you're sort of passing mock tests on a regular. That's how you know if you're ready. Right, let's see what you guys are going for. I've got Sinana. Nice to see you back. Welcome. Right, most of you gone for C's. Right, Porsche's gone for C. Right, Prince has gone for C. Most of you gone for C's. I don't see a difference of opinion. Right, it's all C's. C, where are we at? Yeah, no through road, dead end. So it's going to be that one. Let's get this off there so you can see. What should you do if a vehicle pulls out in front of you at a junction? So what should you do if a vehicle pulls out of you in front of you at a junction? Swerve past it and sound your horn. Flash your headlights and drive up close behind. Accelerate past immediately. Slow down and be ready to stop. Right. Annie, welcome. Got D from Annie. Oh, it's going slow. Let's put that back up. Talu, D. Sharon, D. Hamed, D. Right, most of you are going for D's. No difference of opinion. All D's. And it is slow down, be ready to stop. If a car pulls out, just slow down, be ready to stop. Don't get yourself irritated by someone doing stupid stuff. Right, you're being overtaken by a long, heavily laden lorry. What should you do if it's taking a long time for it to overtake? Slow down, speed up, change direction, hold your speed. Again, don't forget, if you guys got any questions, especially if those of you got theory tests coming up real soon, put it in the chat. I will still answer it while we're doing this. Or if you want help with your driving, let me know as well. Right, hazard perception above 70, you're good to go if that's the case. 47 out of 50. If you're passing the mock test on a regular, 47, you're good to go. So yeah, book it, get it done. That's my advice with what you're saying to me on that. Starting my lessons Friday. Thank you once again. Hope lessons go well for you. The first ones can be scary, but just think about your instructor will keep you safe, especially if you've got no driving experience anyway, they will keep you safe. But it can be scary on the first ones, on the first few lessons. A, right, most of you have gone for A's. I've got Laura and Portia giving me 10. I'm assuming there's an issue with your internet connection because you're behind everyone else. You've come in and then other people have gone for 11. I've seen your answers for 10D, for 10, but it's it's before the answers for 11. So there's got to be an issue with your internet connection or something if it's that late. Right, I've got 11D. Again, there's a 10 coming through here, 10D. So I'm assuming there's a problem with your internet connection or YouTube just being really slow with it. Right, so we got A's. 11A from Portia. Got your one this time, Portia. And I've got 11D from Laura. So difference of opinion. Right, most of you have gone for A's. Right, what have we got? You've been overtaken by a long, heavy laden lorry. What should you do if it's overtaken a long time? Slow down. You've got to slow down, let the lorry in. Like I said to you earlier on, you're never going to win that battle with a lorry. If a lorry has to get in, it just pushes you out the way. And they don't feel no way about it. So yeah, slow down, let the lorry in. What may help to deter a thief from stealing your car? Always keeping the headlights on, etching the registration number on the windows, fitting reflection glass windows, always keeping the interior light on. Okay, see what you guys are going for. I was struggling with the colour studs. Took your advice in the word motorway, that helped me. Yeah, I had one this morning. She was struggling. And once I explained the motorway situation, she was like, wow, Didn't know that. Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it. And on the theory test, you're always going to get the word motorway. You don't even have to spell it. And that helps a lot. Yes, sir. Welcome. I feel confident after watching your videos. I have my theory test. Oh, whoa. Tomorrow. Let me know if it's AM or PM. Good luck with it tomorrow. Remember safety and breathe and take your time to read all the questions properly. Read all the answers properly. And if you're not sure what the answer is, don't stress, flag it, move on, and then go back to the flagged ones with the time that you have left. If you still don't know what the answer is when you flagged it, work backwards, work out what it can't be. There's always a stupid answer. I'll show you on this one in a minute. There's always a stupid answer on there, get rid of that, and then at least you're left with 1 in 3 rather than 1 in 4. So, but good luck with that tomorrow. Again, come back and let us know how you got on. Right, let's see what you guys are putting. I've got B. Right, again, most of you are going for B's, pretty much positives. B. I've not seen you before. The big pong. 1, 2, 3. Welcome. Oh, difference of opinion. Annie's gone for C. Right, let's take a look at B's and C's. Right, what's B? So what's C? Fitting reflective glass windows. Nope, it's not that. It's etching the registration number on the window. Some people use their postcodes. Some people use the last 4 digits of their mobile numbers. And the reason why you're doing that is because whatever you put in the windscreen, you're going to have the information to back it up. So if someone steals your car, when it's traced back to you, you can prove it's yours because you'll have whatever's in the windscreen to hand, where the thief won't. So that's the reason why it's etching the registration number on the windows. If you didn't know what etching is, by the way, it's just engraving. It's just literally engraving stuff in the windscreen. But when they use the word etching, that throws students off. But etching is just engraving stuff in the windscreen, like engraving a trophy, for example. Here you go, studs. What colour are the reflective studs along the left-hand edge of the motorway? You guys was crying out for studs is here. What colour are the reflective studs along the left-hand edge of the motorway? Amber, white, green, or red? Yeah, YouTube. I know there's a delay between me and YouTube, and then YouTube and you and coming back. But it's really slow if your answer is coming after everybody else's answer on the next question. Abby, I'm looking for driving lessons, but I can't find because they're busy. Yes, all instructors are busy. There's a lack of instructors, to be fair, now. And it's the busiest time of year in terms of driving lessons. Everyone wants to drive before they go back to college, go back to uni. So yes, we're snowed under. But Abby, again, if you haven't joined Discord, go in there. In the resource section of Discord, there's a driving instructor link, which Brandon put in there. You type in your postcode and it gives you a list of instructors that you can phone up and talk to and book lessons. Failing that, as I mentioned previously a few weeks back, there's nothing wrong with going to your local driving test centre and talk to the instructors at source. If they've got test passes happening there, that means they've got a space coming up. So you may be able to jump any queues because you've gone to there and talk to them direct. So don't be afraid to go to the test centre, but join Discord, get that link from the resource section, and then you're going to have more options than the one instructor. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Macy or Mackie, Macy. Welcome. If you've got any issues, any questions, feel free to ask it. Right, what are we dealing with? Right, most of you, D. I've got an A here, so difference of opinion. Oh, lots of difference of opinion. I've got C's, A's, and D's, right? Most of you are going for D's though. Patricia's gone for D. RRR's gone for D. And yeah, most of you gone for D. So I got D's, A's, and C's. Right. Question: what colour do reflective studs along the left-hand edge of the motorway? Right. For those of you that asked me about studs, there's a video out on the channel which explains motorway will be given to you in a text just like it is here for you. R is on the left. They're asking for the colour of studs on the left-hand edge. So RWA is the colours. Because R's on the left, it's going to be red. So this answer is red. W's in the middle, that'd be your middle lane. So it's going to be white. And A is amber, which is on the right-hand side of the three, which is going to be obviously amber. So R's on the left, W's in the middle, A's on the right. Because green is the slip road, that's not a lane. So when they ask you about slip road, you know it's automatically going to be G, green. That's one you go for. But like I said, simple way, the letters are in the correct order on the word motorway. And that's the easiest way to remember your studs. You have to arrive on time for an appointment. How should you plan for your journey? Prevent other drivers from overtaking. Avoid roads with national speed limit. Plan to travel at busy times. Allow plenty of time for your trip. Ty, I'm struggling about the hazard perception. I fell 3 times. I felt like a bit discouraged about car. I want to stay in bicycles because I always go. I'm struggling about hazard perception. Right, I'll get that bit. I felt like a bit discouraged. I get that bit. Just keep going about car. I want to stay in bicycles. I'm assuming you're a bike rider. That's the reason why you're saying bicycles. You got to ask yourself what's important. If you want to learn to drive, you have to do the theory test. If something is important in life, you can't give up with it. Just because you don't get it first time, in your case 3 times, it doesn't mean to say you won't get it the 4th time, 5th time. You just got to keep going. But if you give up, you're never going to get there. So there's a video on the channel about hazard perception where I break it down in more detail. That video you need to go and watch. If you're still struggling after watching that video, jump into Discord. We can jump into a room and I can show you and talk to you directly on that. But start with the video first, but never give up. Like I said, if you want it that badly, you're never going to give up. Right, so let me just see what you guys have put. I've got D. Amanda, you are way behind. 12B. That's just come through just now, literally while we're on question 14. So your connection has got to be really slow in that situation. Patricia's gone for D. And again, most of you gone for D. Annie's gone for D. Right, the answer is allow plenty of time. And Yasser, I was talking about a stupid answer. Let me just quickly explain about to Yasser. If you don't know what, because you've got your test tomorrow. If you don't know what the answer is, like I said, work backwards, work out what it can't be. Prevent other drivers from overtaking, that can't be safe. Stupid answer. Avoid roads with national speed limit. If you have to get to your appointment doing national speed limit 60, 70 miles an hour, that's not a stupid answer, but you're not going to avoid it. Plan to travel at busy times. That makes no sense. You want to travel at busy times. You want a stress-free drive where possible. Allow plenty of time for your trip. So technically 2 out of 3 of those, 2 out of 4 of those, should I say, are stupid answers. And that's why, this is for everyone to be fair, but Yasser's got his test tomorrow. If you don't know what the answer is, don't freak out. Just work out what it can't be. And it's always one stupid answer. You're left with 1 in 3. Even if you took a guess, at least you got 1 in 3 chance rather than 1 in 4. And that's the reason why. Work backwards. What's the maximum fine for driving or riding without insurance? 5,000, 1,500 unlimited. And yeah, I missed this before. My mock test is on the 23rd of August. What mock test are you talking about? Mock test as in the driving lesson sort of thing with an instructor? Or are you talking about the real test you just mistyped mock test? Just let me know in the chat if you're talking about the theory test as in real test or mock test as in a driving test. Right, Elvis has gone for 1,000, which would be B. D, D, and again, most of you have gone for D's. I don't see a difference of opinion other than Elvis's. Abby's gone for unlimited, which is D. Right, most of you have gone for D. It's D. It's unlimited. It used to be 5,000. It's now been updated to unlimited. It's not 1,000, Elvis. It's unlimited. They can charge you what they want if you get caught. What restrictions apply to people who have a provisional driving license? So what restrictions apply to people who have a provisional driving license? They're talking about you guys. You guys are on provisional licenses. They can't drive over 30 miles an hour. They can't drive unaccompanied. They can't drive at night. They can't drive with more than one passenger. So what restrictions have you guys got? Again, don't forget, if you've got any questions, put it in the chat, let me know. Oh man, I prefer to do mock tests. Is that fine instead of doing topics? It's personal. You do what you need to do for you to pass that test. It's a good question though. How much mock tests are you going to do between now and you taking a real test? That's the question. In the classroom, because I do an hour's training in advance, I technically cover all the topics during the week. So hence why they just do mock test. You doing mock test, it may not show up particular questions in certain categories, and it can give you a false sense of security because you can be passing a mock test, but it doesn't show up other questions or important questions that may not come up at all. But you have to decide what's best for you, and that's my advice on that. But if you are, like, just for argument's sake, let's say you are failing, because it does tell you what your weakest category on the apps are, then you can always go to that particular category and study that. But like I said, there's no right or wrong. You just got to work out what's best for you in terms of studying. But my advice, I would cover some of the categories, to be fair, just in case. Right, 16, you guys have got 16B, right. Minister John's gone for B. Gone for B. And he's gone for B. Again, most of you gone for Bs. I'm seeing pure Bs. Let me see if I've got a difference of opinion. Right, all Bs. Yeah, you can't drive alone. You have to have someone next to you. The full answer, to be fair, is someone over 21, held the license for at least 3 years. Is the full answer for that. But yeah, you can't drive alone. Not legally, anyway. What does this sign mean? Ford. Triangles. What? Water across the road. Uneven road surface. Bridge over the road. Road ahead ends. I'm in the theory test. Okay. Is that your real test though? When you say mock test, is that you got your real test on that particular date? No problem. Yeah, like I said, just work out what you want to do in terms of studying, how much time you're going to give yourself, and go down there. But just remember, the mock test may not show up all the particular questions that you need for your test. And when you go into the real test, remember, it's going to be worded slightly different because the apps are sample questions. Right. J7. 18A, I've got A. Again, most of you gone for A. Prince has gone for A. Lynn. Right, most of you gone for A. Which is water across the road. If you didn't know, Ford is just a lot of surface water. And the other question that goes with that is, what do you do when you come out the other side? It's going to be test your brakes. It's just water across the road. You're turning right onto a dual carriageway. So it's a dual carriageway. What should you do if the centre reservation is too narrow to contain your vehicle? Stop in the first lane so that other vehicles give way. Emerge slightly to show your intentions. Proceed to the centre reservation and wait. Wait until the road is clear in both directions. Thanks for letting me know, Spot on. I'll definitely go again. I always pass the first part, but hazard perception is my issue. I always fail it. I have done a lot of practice every time. I relate to it. Yeah, but is it quality practice? That's the question you've got to ask yourself. Are you just going trial and error? Watch the video that I've done about hazard perception. That gives you a better idea of how to click, when to click, and what you're looking for in terms of that. So you're looking for hazards, going to cause you to slow down, change direction, because it's a mirror check, technically, that click. But watch that video, because if you're passing questions every time but failing the hazard perception, it's not quality practice you're doing, because you keep failing it. That's what you've got to ask yourself. So watch the video. Again, if there's an issue, jump in Discord, talk to me, and I can help you out directly in Discord. I can't live in Manchester. What other way can I do to get hazard perception pass? Hope is not going to take me 10 times the exam. No, if you're passing the questions, you're halfway there. It's just a hazard perception. Believe it or not, it sounds weird and you probably don't want to hear it. Hazard perception is the easiest part. You've got to know what you're looking for. Again, watch the video. Jump into Discord. First and foremost, jump into Discord. That's my advice. Jump into Discord, watch the video, and then you can come back and ask questions in there and I can get to you directly. If you comment on the video, I may not see it until, God knows, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days later. But in Discord, I'll see your message straight away. And once I've got time, I'll jump on there and I'll answer it. But start with jumping in Discord first. The link will be in the description once YouTube processes this and it goes up. And then watch the video. If you've got any issues, go into Discord, post the question, and I'll help you out. We're going to get you that theory test the next time out. Right, what are we on 18 on CDs? Again, most of you are going for Ds. Teddy, I've not seen your name before. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You guys are creeping through the back door. Right, all Ds, no difference of opinion. Right, dual carriageway, wait until the road is clear in both directions. Yes, narrow, wait for both sides to be clear so you can go in one motion. Triangles, what does this sign mean? Triangle, a gate. Level crossing with gate or barrier. Level crossing without gate or barrier. Cattle grid ahead. Gate, road ahead. Modupi, hopefully I'm saying that correct. Hello, I passed my theory test for the first time last week, Monday. Well done to you. Thank you so much for your videos. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming back and letting me know. Again, as I always say, just put in the chat, let me know what your next steps are. I'd like to keep a track of what you guys are doing next. Whether it's going to be driving lessons or a driving test is what you're looking for. Hello, Teddy. Hi, I'm recently started watching videos. I'm really struggling. Again, another struggling with hazard perception. Again, just like I said to Ty, first and foremost, jump into Discord. That's what you want to do first. Once the video's finished, it's going to be in the description. The link will be in there. Make sure you click on it before 7 days because a problem with the link. That's the first thing. On the channel, there's a video. It's about 6 weeks old, I believe, about me doing a hazard perception. It goes deep dive, breaking all the myths, when to click, what you're looking for. Watch the video. If you got any issues after that, jump into Discord, type out your question, what the issue is, and I will personally come to you and answer your questions and issues. If we can jump into a room where I can share my screen, then I'll do that and train you personally with an anti as well. Any of you, to be honest, that's struggling. That's the whole point of Discord. I can actually share my screen in there to help you guys as much as possible. So that's your steps. Right, what are we on? 19. Let's go to the bottom. Right, you guys have got, that's a bit small. Bring that back up. A. Again, most of you going for A's. I don't see any difference of opinion. Patricia's A. Carissa's A. Yeah, most of you going for A. No difference of opinion. Right, it's level crossing with gate or barrier. If it's a train in there, it's level crossing without gate or barrier. You're on a motorway, when can you use hazard warning lights? So you're on a motorway, when can you use hazard warning lights? When you're using a hard shoulder as a running lane, when you slow down quickly because of danger ahead, when a vehicle is following too closely, and when you're being towed by another vehicle. Thank you, Life. I appreciate that. Really, really do. Right. 20. Right, let's see what you guys are going for. Abby, gone for B. Frank, B. And we got B's. B. B. Nana's gone for B as well. Right, most of you have gone for B's. There's no difference of opinion there. Sharon, J. All right, all of you gone for B's. Yes, hazards. You use hazard warning lights when slowing down. Because a motorway, the reason for that, brake lights don't always show up in bright weather, but hazard warning lights, they're yellow if you didn't know, or amber, and they flash. So that's the reason for using an amber, your hazard warning lights. So it's that one. Right, have you guys got any questions for that? That's a pretty straightforward mock test, very simple. What I'm probably do next week is reset it. So hopefully get difficult questions coming up on that to really test your guys' knowledge. But have you guys got any questions that you want to ask? That's on YouTube. Super thanks will be there below the description. You could do super thanks, super stickers, anything like that. That's the direct way through YouTube on that. And I appreciate that, Live. I really do. Right, for those of you who have got tests this week, I want to wish you luck with that. For those of you who are still studying, jump in Discord. Like I said, there's a lot of them jumping in study rooms, studying together. I think Charlie was one of them. Laura's another one that comes to mind. I think Lisa or Mary's got a test this week. So I wish you guys luck in Discord. I will be in there at some point this week. I'll probably do another live session, as in Q&A, on a Thursday at 6 o'clock. But I will announce it in Discord. And you guys, you can jump in there, talk to me, have a laugh, joke, and any questions or concerns you may have. That's what Discord's about, because you've got direct access to me and other like-minded students. Because like I say, you guys are going on the same journey. You have the same emotions. Sometimes it feels like you are on your own, but you're not. You're all going through the same thing. What colour the reflectors does between the hard shoulder and the left-hand lane of a motorway? It's red. The left lane hard shoulder is red. Yes, as I said, once YouTube do what they got to do, I'll jump back in. I'll leave it as a pinned comment, and I'll leave it in the description. It shouldn't expire, but apparently there is an issue with it, which I'm trying to do. As long as you click on it before 7 days, you'll definitely get in. Otherwise, you can jump on. You can always jump on discord.com, I think it is, or discord.io, I think is their URL, and then type in Driving Theory UK for the date for the server, and it should show up on that as well. But if you guys got no questions, what app are you having problems with, Patricia? No problem. Thank you, Portia. Yeah, nerves is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Trust me, if you haven't got nerves, you want to be worried. Nerves is a good thing. All you got to do is control the nerves. There's a difference between going there and freaking out, and there's a different going in there just being calm. Bit shaky, but yeah, be calm. If you know your stuff, you're going to be fine. There's nothing to be worried about. I appreciate that, Prince. I really do. Because I want you guys to share your experiences as well, help other people, motivate other people to pass as well. I'm waiting for that answer to come back. What app are we talking about in terms of struggling to download? It was Patricia. Sorry, Patricia, what are you struggling? What app are we talking about? No problem, Lynn. Appreciate it. Thank you, Chris. Hopefully I'll see you in Discord. Thank you, Minister John. Appreciate it. Thank you, Life. Appreciate that as well. That has nothing to do with me. If you're struggling with the 4-in-1, it depends on what you're on. If you're on iOS, it should be straightforward. That's going to be Apple problem. And if you're on Android, that's a Google problem, wherever it is. The app has got nothing to do with me. So you shouldn't be struggling with that if you've gone to the store to get it. So hopefully that helps you out with that. But that's nothing to do with me. It's Apple or Android, depending on what network you're on. Okay, like I said, for those of you that's got tests this week, I wish you luck with that. Let me know how you got on. And then for those of you that are still studying, like I said, if you're not in Discord, jump in there, come and study with us and get as much help as you possibly can. And otherwise, I should see you practice is practice. Doesn't make a difference whether it's on computer or phone. Makes no difference. So I would do either one. Again, it's personal to you what you want to do on. In the class, I do on iPads. When I demonstrate on here, I do it on desktop. You got to do what's right for you. So I will see you guys next Monday. Another video. I'm doing a new series, by the way. Before we go, doing another series, Practice with Me, or Practice Makes You Better, sorry, where I'm covering the categories 30 question mock test, and those videos will be coming out almost every other Thursday with that. So if you still want practice with the categories, look out for the Practice Makes You Better series on that. Otherwise, I will catch you guys next Monday. If not before, I will definitely be in Discord this Thursday. So come and join me in there at 6 o'clock. But I will announce it for those of you that's in there. All right, see you guys next week. Take care.